Yo, what's up guys? Sylvaire here, your resident pressure bomb enjoyer. And today I'm going to bring you a tip versus 11 members of the cast. Some of them are general use tips and others are specifically for Fujin. If you guys liked the video, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see me try to come up with more tips versus more of the cast, let me know. Anyway, let's just get right into this. Alright, first up we have Shang here. When you play against Shang, you're either going to fight against someone using the ninja variation, or the Hellsparks variation. Those are basically the two main that people are going to be using. And if that's, the type of variation you're facing against, there's actually something you can exploit here with the Hellsparks. You can flawless block the second Hellspark and get a full combo. With Fujin, back 2 is probably your best bet. And even if he amplifies the Hellsparks, he's still not safe. You can either get a back 2, or you can even go in and get a slide combo for pretty equivalent damage. Don't let those Shang Tsung players zone you out with those Hellsparks. Get that flawless block and blow them up for it. Okay, here we have Shao Kahn. A lot of players that use Shao Kahn will have this, I believe it's called the ground shatter move, where he leaps in the air with the hammer. It's a very good move. It leads to meterless combos for Shao Kahn. He can throw it in and use it for pressure even, the amplified version. But there are situations where Shao Kahn players tend to use it on block where it's really not safe. Shout out to FineSpine. I saw him post a clip of this on Twitter. So go ahead and check him out over on Twitter. I added it in here with the Fujin tips specifically because of what Fujin can get. Being, the character that Fujin is, off of a stand jab anti-air, he can get kind of insane damage without spending any meter. Almost 30%. So if you are playing Fujin against a Shao Kahn player who likes to do this on block, you need to be capitalizing on this. I even went into practice mode and set it up so that he would randomly do, complete the string or do the special cancel, the ground shatter, and I was actually able to react to it. So if it's hard for you to react to, just go into practice, try to get, practice up a little bit, set him to randomly either complete the string or do the ground shatter, and I think you could get it. It seems pretty reactable once you practice it a little bit. Next we have Frost here. Frost is a pretty solid character all around, but one thing that stands out about her is her anti-air. Her down 3 anti-air is actually insane, dude. This thing reaches so far up in the sky, it really should not even be hitting you. I mean, look at the hitbox on this thing. What is this move? So jumping out of this character is almost impossible. One thing you can do, and I really wouldn't recommend doing that, maybe like once in the match, like save it as your ace card, is you could jump in and do either tornado or jump kick cancel into tornado. That will completely mess with the anti-air timing, and you can even get a full combo. This works even better if you happen to be using Twister in Arsenal, because if she happens to block the tornado, you can actually Twister, you can amp and keep yourself safe a little bit more. Or even go back in after the amp to try to get the second hit. But yeah, if you think that the Frost is going to try to anti-air you on your jump-ins, your best bet is just not to jump in. But if you really want to get that jump in, try jumping in, doing raw tornado, or doing jump kick into tornado. You might just surprise the opponent. Alright, so with Joker, this is a pretty standard tip. People probably already know about this. But if Joker does boxing glove on block, you can back 2 punish that every single time. I actually don't think there's a situation where he does that on block that you can't get the back 2. So if you block this move, back 2 punish this man, do not let him get away with this. Full combo him until he stops doing it on block. With Noob Saibot, a lot of Noob Saibot players will use the low slide, which, I mean, of course, it's a very strong move. But there are ranges where Fujin can actually back 2 Noob Saibot and he can't reach with the low slide clone. So the way you generally want to play this matchup is try to play at a range where you're just at the range where the Noob Saibot wants to try to throw the low clone. That way you can get the punish, get the back 2, combo him, and send him to the Netherrealm back where he belongs. Now, against the other Sub-Zero, this string here, a lot of Fujin players like to use. You need to be careful because Sub-Zero can actually low slide punish this every time on block, except for maybe at tip range. Even if you use the wind push unamped, he can still get the punish. So what you want to do is, generally speaking, if you're trying to keep yourself safe against Sub-Zero, you're going to want to try to hit this at the maximum range possible, or just spend the meter, do the amp for the wind push, and he actually cannot get the punish, and if he tries, you can get a full combo block punish on him. With Kung Lao is a tricky character, okay? For some reason, Buzzsaw actually, it can be hard to deal with in certain matchups. Fujin's no different. However, playing this character, I've noticed there's this weird interaction with the Buzzsaw. If he goes for the amp Buzzsaw and you do back 2 into the follow-up, it'll actually send the hat the complete wrong way. I don't know why this happens. It only happens if you complete the string, so I don't believe you can do back 2 into a full combo. But this is a really good option if you just need to get, a little bit of damage in there. It's about, the same damage as a grab. And he, if you do this right, you're just going to hit him right through the amp, and he can't really do anything about it. It'll send the hat the other way, and you basically walk away. He's down a bar, and you've just done a grab's worth of damage. With Jade here, she's got this purple glow move. It makes her invincible or immune, I guess, to all projectile-based moves. That includes Fujin's back 2 and his Skywalker. Now, 2 moves that you may not expect to actually beat the glow would be Wind Push and actually his forward 2. Both of those moves, they seem like they might be projectiles more so than Skywalker for sure, but they actually beat the glow. So if the Jade's player is trying to use the glow, trying to shoot you with projectiles from across the map with the glow on, hit her with the Wind Push, hit her with forward 2, get that glow out of here, and then combo her into oblivion. Alright, with Kotal Kahn, I'm gonna share some Shenles tech for you. Shout out to Shenles. I'll put his channel down in the description. He is the master of all weird Fujin tech, and I was in stream actually, and he recommended I try to do this against the Kotal Kahn player that I was going to play against. Basically, a lot of Kotal Kahn players like to do this string into the amp discus, and generally speaking, you really can't do anything about this. You just have to hold this. But if you just happen to be placed near an interactable you can jump off of, and you have air snowball on, you can actually jump off the interactable, do an instant air tornado, and full combo him for doing his pressure. So, very few maps have these interactables. But if they do, keep it in mind next time you're playing against a Kotal Kahn player and you want to try to get the punish on him. Also, send the clip to Shenles, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Against Sheeva here, this is a tip against people who like to use the drag and drop. Fujin can basically just nullify it. If you see them even on reaction, you can just skywalk away. You can even get the dive kick K-beep as a punish. You really shouldn't be getting hit by this if you're playing Fujin. Even if the off chance you're running Fujin without Skywalker, you can just win kicks and it'll miss every time. So again, if you're playing Fujin, please don't get hit by this move. You really shouldn't be getting hit by it. And here we have Sindel. This character, so unfortunately my advice I have here isn't really going to land you a punish, but it is going to keep her in check. So a lot of Sindel players would like to use this forward kick, this forward front flip kick into the up kick. I believe it's forward 4, up 3. And this move, generally speaking, is not punishable. You're going to have a hard time dealing with it. She goes in, kicks you in the head, leaps backwards, basically resets the neutral. With Fujin, you can back to her, and while it won't net you a combo, it won't actually punish the move. It'll keep her in check because if she does anything else besides hold block, she's gonna get hit by the back 2 and you can full combo her. So just being able to keep Sindel in check, keep her locked down even after this move is very important because it's gonna make it so that she can't just keep getting away with this. And that's all the tips I have today. Again, guys, if you liked the video, please let me know in the comments below. If you want me to try to come up with more tips against some of the characters on the cast, let me know. And if you have any tips of your own, please share them in the comments. I'm sure people enjoy reading them. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll catch you around.